Hello guys, this is going to be a quick Blender tutorial on how to create a basic rotating skybox in Blender. What you'll want to do first is go ahead and open up a brand new file and delete everything by hitting A twice on the keyboard or so. Screencast keys there so you can see what I'm doing, text. There we go. Okay, now that you're in a brand new blank empty file, just go ahead and hit Shift and A and add a plane. That's just kind of as a reference thing. We're not actually going to be using that for anything. And then you can go ahead and add a brand new cube and scale that up to however large you want it to be. And from here you can go into wireframe mode and we can tab into edit mode. To go into wireframe mode you just hit Z on the keyboard. Then you'll want to change your selection mode to edge select and select these specific edges. The bottom left, the bottom top, or the top left, the back left, the bottom back, the top back, the top right, and the bottom right. From here you just want to hit Control and E on the keyboard and navigate to Mark Seam and click that. Now you see that these seams are marked. What these will allow us to unwrap this cube into its individual faces, which will allow us to apply a sky texture to it. From here you can hit Z again to go back into like solid mode. And then select the cube, hit U on the keyboard, and hit unwrap. And what you can see from there is if you change this from the properties to a UV and image editor, you can see that the cube has UVs. If you select a face, it matches up with its corresponding face in the UV editor. But you want to select all the UVs here. Go ahead and rotate this. You can move it with your mouse. Go ahead and start moving it this way and just hit negative 90 degrees on your keyboard. And this is going to set up the UVs so we can use the image I found on Google Images for our skybox. The image is actually created by a user known as IDOC, I guess. IDEAOC is how you spell it. Anyway, from here we're going to continue fixing up our UVs, so go ahead and hit G to grab it, and hit X to lock it to the X-axis, and move it to the right by 32. So you can use the arrow keys or just type 32 on the keyboard. From here, you'll want to go to Image, right here, Open Image, and navigate to the image you want to open. In this case, it's this one. I'll include a link to this in the description of the video. That's still not quite perfect. All we have to do from here is hit S to scale it and lock it to the Y-axis specifically, and scale it up by 1.32 units. And then the UV should match up perfectly with the image. We can go ahead and change this back to properties, and we can hit click this here and switch to texture. What you should see is a textured cube that looks like a sky. And even if you scroll inside of it, we're still not quite done yet. We still need to edit it so it'll rotate like the sky looks in real life. So from here, in your timeline, that should be here already. Go ahead and change the end to say 180 frames. And since we're at frame 1 already, also you can hit 7 on the numpad to view it from the top. Since we're on frame 1, go ahead and hit I while your mouse is in this region. switch into object mode first, I'm sorry. Go ahead and hit I and add a rotation keyframe. Then go ahead and switch to frame 90, which is exactly in the middle of this animation. Go ahead and hit R while the cube is selected and start to move it this way for 180 degrees or so. And then hit I again, add another rotation keyframe, and then from here go to frame 180, the last frame in the animation. Hit R again on your keyboard to rotate the cube, start moving it in the same direction you were, and make it rotate another 180 degrees to complete the rotation. Finally, add one last rotation keyframe. Now if you go to frame 1 and hit Alt-A, you should see your cube rotate. And it'll just continue looping like this forever. And if you scroll inside of your cube, it'll look like your sky is rotating. Of course, you can increase the speed or decrease it depending on how many keyframes you use and how long your animation is. But I'll let you figure that out for the moment. And that's all there is to this tutorial, so I hope that makes it easy for you, and I'll see you again in another one. See, this is how this plane was just set up for reference. Well, enjoy making your Skybox, and I hope it works out well for you. Thank you, and bye.